Welcome everybody to episode 4 of Sauce Hog Sports. Happy Sports Equinox. Boys, how we doing? How we doing?
Good.
Good.
Great.
Do you guys know what that means?
Assuming it means
Sports.
every major sport is playing on the same day.
Yeah, we got some. It's actually one of my favorite days of the year. It happens not that often. I believe I heard this is the 25th time it's ever happened. So we got some Thursday night football where I hope you took my advice, and I got Cleveland -1 at around noon today. They're up 7-0, not even 3 minutes in. We got some NLCS potential World Series heading for the Atlanta Braves. Ronnie, you said they're up 2-0.
Yeah, last time I checked.
Yeah,
Different now.
Freddie Freeman hit a nice little bomb. He's having a heck of a postseason. We got some regular season NHL hockey. I believe the Caps are up 3-4-0?
3-0.
3-0. And then
Red Wings down
basketball.
2-0.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
What are the Red Wings down?
2-0 end of the first.
Not surprised. But basketball. We got third day of basketball season, so yay. Sick. You guys want to talk about the Wizards real quick?
Wizards look good. Game
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Look good.
Beat the Toronto Raptors. What was it, 98 to 80?
83, I think.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't close.
That sounds about right. Yeah, they were up big. Just looks like a new. I mean, it's one game. I don't want to jump the gun, but just based on what you saw, it just looks like a new Wizards team. They're passing the ball. No one was selfish. Everybody was touching it. They have a good rotation at the big man spot. Now with Montrezl Harrell coming to DC. It just looks like what Wes Unseld Jr. has brought to the team thus far with one game, but it looks like everybody's gonna be involved this season. So
Yeah. I definitely like the coaching change. I like who they picked as coach. I mean, Wes Unseld Sr. was a huge part of Washington's history. And Wes Unseld Jr. showed, promise with the Denver Nuggets as an assistant coach. I think it's a good pickup. And I definitely think the Russell Westbrook trade will benefit the Wizards, in the future. They did not have depth the past few years. They were just trying to get, two superstars, trying to ride what, all those other big teams do. But they were lacking so much depth, and Bradley Beal was trying to just do it all himself. I mean, Russ had a good season last year. He was there too, but I think this will be a different Wizards team with all this depth, and I think defense will really be um, a big thing this year, a big thing of an improvement. With Montrezl Harrell, Daniel Gafford, if Thomas Bryant, whenever he comes back, the bench will be a lot better this year. I know they lost them a lot of games last year. They just had no scoring off the bench, but now they've got a pretty quality bench with a lot of depth all around. I see them, improving upon last year.
Yeah, I agree. I think Daniel Gafford has the potential to be one of the best shot blockers.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I think he's very underrated. He's gonna prove himself.
Either you guys gonna get that Kyle Kuzma jersey?
No.
if you buy it,
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
all right.
What do you guys? I don't. If I had to pick a team, it would be the 76ers. And
What
going
a
to
dumpster fire
76ers.
that is.
Yeah, what do we think of Mr. Ben Simmons?
Dude's lost it. I don't even know what's going on. Like, I know, like, the whole trade rumors, he showed back up to practice, and then it's like he gets kicked out of practice, and now he's meeting with
Did
management,
they
and now he
say
wants
that
to
he
take
was?
time for himself, and it's just,
Did they say he was practicing with his phone in his pocket?
So
was he?
I did want to bring that up because I saw that picture, but apparently, I was hoping it was his phone because I feel like that's funnier. But it was his practice jersey, that he wasn't wearing. So they, I mean,
Okay.
it's not as bad. It's not even close to as bad. But uh, the thing is I saw reports, or maybe it was just one guy that said he was at the strip club on Tuesday afternoon
saw
after he
that
got
too.
kicked out of practice, which I was laughing my ass off.
It's like, to me, it's like he's almost intentionally driving his trade stock lower so they just trade him faster. I don't even know, because he is just off the hook the past few days. I can't see him suiting up for a regular season game in Philadelphia again.
I mean, I don't think it's happening.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long time before that happens, but what do you guys want to talk about? Is this kind of a free for all? We didn't really have anything planned. All right, I have a question. So Monday night game, Bills surprisingly beat the Texans, or excuse me, the Titans. Oh my, I messed that up way bad. The Titans surprisingly beat the Bills. Would you have gone for it on that fourth down?
Yes.
The other two?
I didn't see the fourth down.
You have
Kevin?
Josh
I
Allen
watched-
as your quarterback. What was it, 12
Yeah.
inches?
Yeah, it was literally fourth and inches, maybe a foot
Yeah.
at like the 6 yard line or whatever. And they run a quarterback sneak. Josh Allen slips, doesn't get it. They lose the game. This was with like 15 seconds left. They had a chance. It was either go for it, get a touchdown and win the game, or kick a field goal and get bulldozed by Derrick Henry for a fourth time in overtime. So
This is the right choice.
I mean, I think it's the right choice. I'm going for it too. It just happened not to work. But I think you could probably ask every coach in the NFL, like if you have Josh Allen as your quarterback, they're gonna run that play, and like maybe not that play, but they're gonna go for it.
So PFF is not a. I don't necessarily take it as highly as some people do, but the people that do it are very smart. And one of the guys tweeted out that Josh Allen's like 29 of 32 on quarterback sneaks on third and fourth and one. And I mean, I'm taking that shot every day of the week.
Yeah.
It was
It's
shitty
just way
thing
it goes,
happened.
way it goes.
I mean, how many teams don't like successfully perform quarterback sneaks? Like majority of the times it's gonna work if you're at,
Tom Brady's
fourth-
great stat, and he
Yeah.
never runs. So I mean, I saw people complaining about that, but the fourth down, going for it on fourth down is now the hot new thing. So I didn't have a problem with it. Sucks they lost. I mean, Josh Allen's 6'5". You expect him to get 12 inches. He slipped when he got it. When he tried to push forward, but I mean, Derrick Henry had 3 touchdowns, another like 140 yards or something like that. Dude, can he win MVP?
Yeah. I mean, I think Derrick Henry's making a case to be the best running back of this generation. I mean, the guy's unreal to be that big and that fast. Like he's like the AP of this time. He's like he is the best running back in the league, hands down.
That's fair.
I
Yep.
mean, like strictly running the football. I mean, I know he's like
Yeah.
delving into more catching the ball and stuff like that, but like strictly just like running back, like at his position, like what he's done. I don't think there's anybody close to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to think of somebody. I can't think of anybody else.
I mean, there's very good running backs in this league.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. We can sit here and name them,
Like
but
McCaffrey
like,
and
Yeah.
but like
But
their,
he's- yeah.
their skill sets aren't really as much as like physically running the ball like Derrick Henry does. Like as we know, the position to be, right? So it's
Yeah.
just like
It's like
I
a little
think
Eric Dickerson of our time. It's just
Yeah,
big and
he's
powerful.
he's
and
kind
you
of
can run through it.
right. He's kind of in a league of his own when it comes to it. I mean, there's plenty of good running backs, but it's just like Derrick Henry is just doing way different things than compared to the rest. So
So I saw another stat. Derrick Henry is number one. Nick Chubb is number two in rushing yards. Nick Chubb is closer to 27th in the league in rushing yards than he is to Derrick Henry. So, granted,
Yeah, that shows you.
Nick Chubb splits time, but I mean, Joe Mixon's third, I believe. There's nothing you can do about him. You either, I mean, it's the perfect offense for Ryan Tannehill to run. You put 8 in the box, they're gonna run play action. You throw it to AJ Brown or Julio, and it's genius. Yeah.
I can honestly see that as being why Ryan Tannehill had like a little career resurgence from leaving Miami. He's just
I mean,
in
not
such
even
a better
a
situation.
career revival. He was
Yeah,
literally
revival.
nothing.
Yeah. That play action and having a good running back just it opens up so much.
Yeah, they're now. I just said like 2 weeks ago, Titans don't look good. Of course, now they're
Heating up.
oh yeah, now they're heating up. Just as the Colts are getting good too. So,
Yeah.
but
Something needs to happen with that division.
I mean, it's an okay team, an okay Colts team, and then 2 bad teams. So, whatever.
I think the Titans are a frisky team.
I think they're a tough out. I don't care who they are. I mean, they're not the best team. They lost to some games they should have won, obviously, like just based on paper. But like that's the Titans aren't really a team that you're just gonna like want to go in and play against and be like, oh yeah, you know. I don't think that's the case at all. I think they play hard, so they usually play up to the talent or down to it. So
Yeah, Mike Vrabel is like that. So what are we looking forward towards this week coming up? Any all right, let's go back to last week. Do the Bills fall in your AFC power rankings?
yes,
Yeah.
And all right, now how much do they fall? Who's your
One.
top 3? Because
They're still in my top 3.
Yeah.
the Ravens just
That's
dismantled the Chargers.
That's who's number one right now. It has to be. You can't name another AFC team other than the Ravens that should be number one. And you can sit there and try, but I mean, like just statistically and who they've beaten and like what they've done, there's not a better team in the AFC.
Yeah. I would like to say my AFC top 3 is probably Bills, Ravens, and Chargers.
In that order?
Chiefs. No, not in that order. I'd probably if we're going in order, I'd probably say Ravens, Bills, Chargers, and Chiefs are very close to the Chargers in that area.
That's my exact order too.
Yeah.
I don't. So the only reason I'm not, as of right now, the Ravens are the best AFC team, but they will not end up being the best AFC team because the AFC North is everybody's just gonna beat the shit out of each other. The AFC West is gonna do the same exact thing with Kansas City and Los Angeles. Then you got the AFC East, who the toughest team to play is New England, maybe. So
They keep every
Yeah.
game very close. I don't think
the Bills
like whether
will be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
yeah.
I think those rankings that we had are definitely going to change. I honestly think the Bengals are going to put the Ravens, they're going to give them a run for their money this week. And I think it's just because it's one of them games.
I saw 7.5 Ravens were favorites. So
Taking
what do we
Bengals
think
on
about
that
that?
one. I think I might
Really?
take the Bengals on that.
I'm looking
I
at
don't
it
know,
right now. I have 6.5.
Big
I
difference.
just believe in Joe Burrow, and I just think the Bengals defense has played decent. I don't know.
I personally think that's too much of points for a divisional game, regardless.
Yeah, that's my whole lot thinking on it all too.
Speaking of that,
I don't know how you want to transition this, but I mean, like I have lines. I know we like to go through the games of the upcoming week. We don't have to get into that yet. I don't know if you have something else lined up. If you want to recap or or touch over some things, but I have
Yeah,
I have those games and lines up next to me.
yeah, we'll do that shortly. But I want to talk about last week's games. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I went 7-7. Ronnie went 8-6. Mark went 5-9, and Kevin went 8-6. So congratulations
Jeez.
against the spread.
Better than
Yeah, Mark, you suck.
NFL fan over there.
yes, sir. Just
So if we want to quickly go through this week's games, I'll keep track real quick.
All right.
I'm counting this as a win. I mean, Cleveland's up 10-0 already. Give me a check for that
this
one.
game doesn't count. No. Let's see. Starting off, we got Carolina at New York. The New York Giants
That's
-3 for Carolina.
that's
taking Carolina.
this seems like one of them games the Giants pull out their ass, but I still have to take Carolina. I don't know.
Is it? You said it's in New York?
Yeah.
Is McCaffrey back?
No, he's on IR again.
Jesus Christ.
No Saquon Barkley either.
I still think the Panthers defense though, the Giants offense, especially their
Daniel-
line.
It didn't look
Daniel
good.
Jones is
No,
quite
yeah.
They ain't there.
quite bad at home.
Like if you just take the Panthers offense out of the equation, I think their defense will win them that game.
Panthers have lost 3 straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need a win.
Yeah, I'm taking the Panthers.
All right, we all are on the Panthers. Hate that.
Next game.
Here we go.
Oh, all right. My
What's this
bad.
one?
We lost. So the four of us took. Oh, Denver -3.5 last week. We all took that and we all lost. So shout out to Vegas. Shout out to Coach Piscala, whatever your name is. Good for him.
I'm pretty sure like 98% of people picked the Broncos to win.
I really didn't see Vegas going out there
Uh,
with John firing and all that, but
It was
That's what
that's
fueled
on
him.
that's as a betting standpoint, that's on me. I'll take this one for
Yeah.
all of us because it's an interim coach game. You play well for your interim coach.
yeah.
That's why you take LSU this week. Coach O is his own interim coach. So take LSU, whatever they are. I forget what it was, but
Who do they play?
Mississippi.
couldn't tie.
Mississippi.
Minus
They play
27.
Georgia. No chance.
Nah,
They played Mississippi.
Ole Miss.
No,
Do
Mississippi.
you want me to move on to the next game?
Yeah.
All right. Second game. That we have on the slate. We have Washington at
Oh,
Green
there
Bay.
it is.
Green Bay favored -8.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You gotta I'm gonna take Washington because for some
Yep.
reason
Yeah.
Washington plays good against Aaron Rodgers and it makes absolutely no sense. But every time they play Green Bay, they for some reason play good.
Yeah.
So I have to take Washington.
I'm taking the. I think it's too many points for a team that's
Been ripped apart by their coaching staff, and
And
just like
yeah,
it's.
I'm
not gonna say they win this game, but I think, this is gonna be completely coming out. Anybody listening to this, whoever it may be, extreme
Clip it.
bias.
Clip it.
I think that them only beating the Bears by 10 points means a lot for this game. So I mean, it's
They
just
covered the
like
spread.
what,
They covered the spread.
and that's what I'm leaning into. So it's just like I think Washington's better than Chicago.
yeah. I think our defensive line actually kind of shows up this game because they always do against Aaron Rodgers. Like they're
Yeah,
hungry.
I
Just
think-
that
I think
guy. It
Th-
just
That's
makes
what
no
I'm trying
sense.
to relate to. So it's just like they cover the spread, and it's just
Like every
I'm taking
Washington versus
Washington.
Green Bay game I've seen in the past like 10 years with Aaron Rodgers, they always keep it close, and it makes no sense because they'll be the worst Washington team you've seen in years, and they'll somehow keep it a close game.
Kev?
I'm on Washington.
Yeah, I think Packers lose this week, but when they play Arizona next week, they'll beat the Cardinals.
Packers lose.
Yeah,
I hope.
yeah. This week,
So you're taking Washington
I'm taking
money
Washington.
line?
I'm taking Washington.
Ooh. That's
Yeah,
the
no,
I
give
wouldn't
me
even
Aaron
take that
Rodgers,
one.
dude. What the fuck are you guys talking about, man? Come on.
God, you just want to be the black sheep.
I thought about it. I
Because
was like,
he's good. Devontae Adams gonna get open. Aaron Jones gonna run it down his throat. It's
Cardinals
Like,
going to beat the
Washington shows
Texans.
up against the Green Bay. It's the only team they show
bro.
up against.
Jordy Nelson's gonna come out of retirement and drop 40 on you guys. You guys couldn't stop him. What's next?
All right, we got Atlanta and Miami.
Is it in Miami?
Yeah, Atlanta favored -2.
Is Deshaun Watson starting?
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. So rumors are heating back up. I don't know how true it is. People are always saying it's just the Texans organization trying to get somebody else to put in a trade for Deshaun Watson. He is not on. He has been inactive for every game this year. He's still on the 53-man roster for the Broncos, but if he gets traded,
For the Broncos.
I'm watching the Broncos. My bad. They've got first down. For the Texans, but if he is traded, there is a possibility scumbag Roger Goodell puts him on the commissioner's exempt list where he will not be paid. He will not be able to play at all. So I hope, honestly, he should be. I don't believe 22 females are lying. That seems like an awfully high amount. But there's the investigations ongoing between the police as well as the NFL. So the trade rumors are not necessarily too straight up for Deshaun. I've heard it's Deshaun for 3 picks and Tua goes somewhere else. So I heard Denver was a possibility. I heard football team, but that seems to be a lie. So what do you guys think about that?
I've also heard Tua to Denver possibility too, and honestly, I feel like like Teddy hasn't played well, but I've always liked Teddy.
I love Teddy.
Two gloves.
Yeah, like honestly, if Washington traded for Teddy, I wouldn't be mad. But don't give up too much, you know what I mean? But I just don't know. Like I know, like I think what Sean, you and I were talking about it, and then Mark, I think we're like, wouldn't give up too much for Watson. And there goes Mark.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A closed. So,
Yeah.
I wouldn't give up too much for Watson. Cause you never know what's gonna happen. Like if they find him guilty or something, you just wasted them picks on somebody that's gonna end up probably getting suspended, maybe even kicked out of the NFL, arrested. I don't know.
I mean, even 3 first-round picks. That's 3
That's
potential quarterbacks right there. It's
Washington did that with Robert Griffin, and it's just
And we paid for it for
yeah. You can't do that. To me, I wouldn't do that for any player because of that, because you never know.
Are you talking about the first-round picks or just trading for a quarterback?
The picks, like that's
Well, I
just
mean, we see to counter that point. I personally agree, but to counter that point, I mean, the Rams have had a first-round pick since 2015. Look at them.
true. Because we
They
gave
also have the
half
best
our
player
place.
in football. So
I mean, that does help, but they got Jalen Ramsey out of it. I believe Stafford was first-round picks as well. I forget who the other one was, but
But when you're also picking at the end of the first round,
It doesn't matter as much, you know. But if
So-
like the whole Washington trading for like Robert Griffin to the Rams, we gave up top picks because we still sucked. It's like you never know. Like what if the Dolphins give up these picks for Watson? Watson never plays, and the Dolphins end up with like a top 5 pick. The Texans are in like full blown top pick rebuild mode, and they'll be, they'll have an express lane to being good again.
what do we think about? I don't think it's likely, but I mean, Philadelphia has 3 first-round picks next year. Is that possibility? I feel like if anybody's gonna break Deshaun out of his habits, it's gonna be the sincere fans of Philly. So,
I can see that.
I don't. At this point, I really don't know.
I
Yeah, I
don't.
mean, now you go,
Good.
Sean.
I don't expect Deshaun Watson to get traded. The trade deadline is December 2nd, I think. So we still got plenty of time. It's either December 2nd or November 2nd, and one's a little closer than the other, but um,
Yeah.
I don't expect him to get traded. I think it's all just hearsay, but
He's retiring.
Yeah. I think
yeah,
if
I
any
bet.
team
I
does trade
fucking
for him,
bet.
though, it's got to be a team like the Eagles with the extra first round picks to spare. I wouldn't take the risk on somebody like that.
I mean, the Eagles have their pick. They're not doing well. They have the Dolphins 2 picks, I believe. They have 3 picks in like the top 10 right now. So
I hope they trade him for somebody that
yeah.
doesn't play good.
All right,
Uh,
let's talk about this game.
yeah. So we were on Atlanta versus Miami. Atlanta favored -2.
If you go first.
Um, it's in Miami, right?
Yep. Oh, Teddy just threw a bad interception.
You know what? I'm gonna take Miami.
Miami.
Yeah, I'll take Miami.
Ronnie.
I think I'm gonna agree. I think I'm gonna take Miami, and just because they're back from London, they're back at home. Coming off a loss. What are they? 1-5 now.
They lose to
Five straight losses, I
Yeah.
believe.
So I think they need this win. I think Tua will. I didn't think Tua played too bad last week.
He
He
did
made
not
some
play that bad.
mistakes. He played him. He made some mistakes. Um, I still don't see Atlanta being like a great team. I mean, you gotta respect Matt Ryan whenever he's on the field because he's been a good quarterback throughout his entire career. But I just see Miami really trying to get this win, being driven to win this one at home. And Atlanta's defense isn't the greatest. I mean, Washington beat them. So I see Miami probably pulling away with this one.
Marcus.
I'm taking the Falcons. I think they get their weapons back this week. I think they've been in a lot of close games, and I think both their defenses are more or less the same when it comes down to skill. I mean, like there's nothing on paper or that you've seen in games that really sticks out to you so far this season. And I think I'm just going to take the veteran quarterback Matt Ryan, and Arthur Smith to kind of develop a game plan, beat the Dolphins there. So I'm taking the Falcons.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Falcons as well. Miami just played in London last week. The 3 other teams to play in London had a bye. Miami chose not to use their bye this week for some reason. Atlanta is coming off a bye. Calvin Ridley will be back. It seemed to like Kyle Pitts broke out in that London game, so I expect him to go off as well. This is not a great Miami defense. I think the offense can start going slow and steadily for Atlanta. I'm gonna take Atlanta -2.
Perfect. All right. On to the next one. We have Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore is -6.5.
You can start, Mark.
I think this is a close game through and through, regardless of who wins. Divisional game. Both teams that can put up points. They've shown that. Resilient teams. I think I'm going to take the Bengals. Not so sure that they're gonna win, but I definitely will take the points with the Bengals there and have them cover +6.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I think the Ravens and Bengals are the 2 best in the division, and division games are always hard fought, gritty.
Sean's looking at you crazy. I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh ran that
Yeah,
division for years. Man. You got to give it up for somebody else. I think
Being
I
reigning
like
AFC North champion, so whatever. It's good.
I like Joe Burrow and I like that offense, and I think their defense is good. I think the Ravens will probably still closely win this one. Maybe. I mean, I don't know if I'd take any money line on this one, but I would definitely take the Bengals spread.
All right. I'm going Ravens. This is a classic AFC North as our classic AFC North guy. This is the Ravens just beat the shit out of the AFC North players. Bengals, couldn't tell you the last time they won in Baltimore. No idea. Don't think it's going to be close. It's going to be closer than the Chargers Ravens, but the defense for Baltimore looked a lot different last week than it did the week before, so that was interesting. I mean, personally, it was shitty to see, but it's good for them. I'm interested to see how Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase look, especially with Jamar Chase probably going against Marlon Humphrey, who's the top 3 corner in the league. Yeah, I don't think the Bengals are there quite yet, so I'm gonna take Ravens -6.5. Kev?
Yeah, I agree with Sean. It's going to be a close game, but I think the Ravens will pull it off.
All right.
We're
So
talking
2 for
fantasy stardom sit 'em. I actually sat Jamar Chase in my one league.
Fucking dumbass.
Like
Today?
Sean said, Marlon
This
Humphrey.
week.
Well, it's in my other league. Yeah, this week, Marlon Humphrey against Jamar Chase. It's gonna be a tight matchup.
I mean, personally, you have to start him because I didn't start him once, and he's caught a touchdown like once a week. So
It happened to me
he's
too.
getting like 6 receptions a game. He's getting 90 yards a game, a touchdown a game. It's good
Yeah,
points.
him and Joe Burrow were at LSU together.
Yeah, we
For
got
each
that
other.
connection, man.
Okay, so 2 on the Ravens, 2 on the Bengals for that game. Next one up is the New York Jets versus the Patriots. -7 Patriots.
Yeah.
Is this in New England?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm taking the Patriots
Mhm.
to actually come out, and I think this game is lopsided as all ever.
Yep.
Kev, you agree,
Yeah, I agree.
Ronnie?
I might take the Jets on this one.
I think I might be
take the
with you.
Jets on this one. And I just think it's because it's one of the divisional games again, and
They've already played once this year, and this was the game Zach Wilson threw like 4 or 5 interceptions.
yeah. So I think he comes back and plays hopefully a little better than that.
Coming off a bye as well. New England coming off
A
a loss
loss.
in overtime.
I think it's gonna be a hard fought game. I feel like it's gonna be a close one, and I don't see it being a 7-point, New England victory over there.
I see this thing being like 28-13.
I can see that too, actually.
Yeah, I could too. That's fun. This is one of them games. It's like either the Jets are gonna come out against a divisional opponent and play decently enough to keep it close, or it's just gonna be the Jets that are usually the Jets.
It's tough to play in Foxborough, man. It's not.
It is. I mean, look, they almost beat the Cowboys. And I mean, if you ask me, the Cowboys are definitely a better team right now than the Patriots, but they went to Foxborough and it was close.
All right, who you taking, Ronnie?
I'm still taking the Jets. Gotta keep it different.
Loser.
I just
Alright.
feel it, man. Feel Zach Wilson being like, all right.
Zach Wilson, fuck it. Someone's down there.
His quote said he felt Zach Wilson in him.
James Crowder's over there, man.
Yeah, intercepted. Pick 6.
Yeah, no, I switched. I'm on the Patriots. I don't think after giving up 45 last week to Dallas, I think Bill Belichick just makes the defense run for 6 straight days. I think they come out probably 6 interceptions for each touchdown they gave up last week. So give me
I'm
Barney.
gonna keep strong with the Jets.
How does it feel to be a
I
loser?
gotta be that.
I
way.
d- I'm
Gotta
gonna
be
tease. I haven't. I'm looking at these lines, and these are very nice lines to tease. I would tease that down to -1 for New England, and I would take that every day of the week. But 7, don't love. So
Next game on the slate, we have Kansas City at Tennessee. Favored Kansas City -4.5. I'll start off with this. I think Kansas City is going to start on a win streak, starting from last week beating Washington. I think they just start their run. From there, I think they easily cover that spread, 4.5 against Tennessee. Tennessee's a good team. I know I'd said earlier, they play up to their opponents, which I do agree with and I do believe, but I just think at the end of the day and at the end of that game, it's going to be Kansas City on top by more than 4.5. So,
Yep.
Yeah, I agree. The only thing that would hurt Kansas City is Derrick Henry, but Washington gave Kansas City that confidence. I bet, like their defense stopped Washington, and Washington has scored at least like 20 points a game, and they held them. I mean, if Kansas City's defense can do anything to hold Derrick Henry from getting 3 touchdowns, and if that's the only touchdown since Tennessee scores,
Andy Reid's too good of a coach, right?
he is.
He's not gonna
And
let that happen. He's gonna make the Titans. He's gonna make the Titans beat them through the air.
Oh yeah, and like you said, Kansas City probably starts a win streak now because Kansas City is too good.
I think last
to
week was
not.
the week that it starts their streak.
Yeah.
I think
They needed to play a team that wasn't that good to get that confidence and get going, and I think it's now. They're about to steamroll.
I think everybody knew Kansas City. Their record wasn't showing it. No, I don't think anybody doubted the Chiefs making the playoffs, but I think that was. It's not like, oh, they beat Washington, the tables have turned. No, I just think this is the beginning of their run here.
Yeah, they needed a somewhat easy game. I think they didn't need to play like a Ravens team,
But it
Chargers.
wasn't. They ran away with it in the second half, going back to last
Yeah.
week. But I think in a sense, it kind of humbled them in a way. It's just like, oh, we're down at halftime. They played ugly football in the first half.
They came out in the second half and looked like the Chiefs.
Yeah. So I think they tune in there. They realize what's going around the league, and I think the Chiefs just come out and they just win this game flat out, easily cover the spread.
Yeah.
I think Jackson Mahomes will make another TikTok. So
Yeah, fuck him, dude. You're not like anybody from any team like that, dude.
So I'm gonna
we don't have to get into that, but just fuck Jackson Mahomes.
Is he gonna throw another water bottle? What he did? Pour water all over a fan. He's gonna do that to a Titans fan over at Tennessee. So going with the Chiefs.
Sean?
Yeah, no. I'm going with the Chiefs. I said this 2 weeks ago, I believe, that Kansas City was even money to win the division. I think they pull away quickly. And like I said, Tennessee gave up 31 to Buffalo. Kansas City's offense is more explosive, maybe, as Buffalo. I don't know if that was the right word. Don't love that, but they have just as many playmakers, if not more, than Buffalo. Kansas City's going to put up some points. It's going to be interesting to see if Tennessee can run with those points. But I expect this to be a 40-31 game, giving Kansas City.
What's the over/under on that one?
57.
Yeah.
Under.
57.
That seems right.
Go under.
I don't know. I might take the over on that one. Kansas City's defense and Derrick.
No,
Henry.
I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I'm taking the over on that one.
Next game on the docket, we have Philly in Las Vegas playing the Raiders with the new interim head coach over there.
What's the spread?
-3 for the Raiders. Just seeing what happened last week. Just who the Eagles are. I'm taking the Raiders.
I'm taking Philly.
Yeah, I'm taking Philly as well.
I think Philly's a gritty team. It's just a Philadelphia spirit. And I think that interim coach, like Love, is going to die off. And it's a tough one. I still think people doubt Philly a lot. I don't think
they're not
Jalen
that
Hurts
good.
they're not that good, but I don't think Jalen Hurts is as bad as like people are like, oh, we need to get a new quarterback and all that. I like him and Devonta Smith. I really don't think the Raiders are that
I don't think
great.
they're that good. I just think the Eagles are just that lower.
Yeah, I honestly think it'll be a close one. I just I know how how the NFC East is and like those teams. I can just see Philly winning that one.
From a fantasy standpoint, I hope the Raiders like pop off because they have Hunter Renfrow and the Raiders kicker. I forgot his name.
Sick,
why you
dude.
Is this why you have one win?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd love to see any NFC East team lose that isn't Washington.
I'm also gonna go Raiders. Ronnie, you almost talked me into it, but you couldn't. Philly did cover.
Not a salesman.
Yeah, Philly played. They're on 10 days rest. They played the Buccaneers on Thursday night last week. They covered the 7 with they lost like 28-22, but garbage time touchdown essentially. I think Vegas. I don't think they run away with this. I think it's going to be. I probably expect to push this game. I feel like it would be a 3-point game if Vegas wins, but not in love with Philly, but give me Vegas. It wasn't really a great explanation, but whatever.
Now, the highest point spread of the week and my game of the week that I'm most excited actually to watch, aside from the Washington game, is Detroit at LA. 16.5 points favored
Insane.
LA Rams.
Insane. This is like college spreads right here.
I think something's telling me 16.5 points. First off, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. So just to start this rant off, I'm going Detroit to cover that spread, 16.5. And this whole Matt Stafford, Jared Goff revenge game on both sides. Give me Detroit.
Yeah, I'm saying the same thing. For some reason, I see Detroit fucking about
This
winning.
is it. This is where they win. This is where they get a win.
This is where they win. It's just how NFL operates.
I mean, I'm saying this. Like, I know we're not keeping track of like money line, like who we think's gonna win games, but like I'm taking Detroit to cover the spread at 16.5.
Oh yeah, that is such a huge spread too. Like even
And-
if they don't win, they can
yeah.
still get beat by a lot, and they still cover the spread.
Thank God I'm an NFL fan. I don't have a favorite
I
team.
mean, Detroit got whooped last week though, but
No,
this
I
is like
just-
you
I
said, it's a
think-
revenge game for both teams, both quarterbacks. If Detroit hasn't won a game, like they've got to go out there and just try to do something. Like they're playing against their old quarterback. You got to go out there and prove something. Like, oh, you're missing this over here in Detroit. I mean, they're not really.
Yeah, I'm taking it like Detroit to cover that for sure. If you told me Sunday evening and it'd be like Detroit won, I'd be like, yeah, I told you so. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, same. I'm 100% with you.
Go ahead, Kev. Let's hear it.
Oh man, I just hope both teams have fun. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck, Lions need that first win, but then again, I love Matt Stafford. I think Matt Stafford throws the game, gives Lions the first win. But I don't. Fuck, I don't know.
It's a lot of points, man.
I know.
You're crazy if you don't take Detroit to cover.
No, I'm gonna take Detroit to cover, but I think the Rams win.
Okay.
Hard
So
thing
0-17.
last week, the biggest point spread was Indy or Houston at Indy, whatever it was. I believe the score was 31-3, 38-3. Indy won.
This isn't even the same.
This is exactly the same. Detroit's worse.
No, it's
Give
not.
me, give me the Raiders or Rams. I keep messing up today. I'll be happy if they score. It's not a revenge game for Jared Goff. He got paid his hundreds of millions there. Who's he gonna throw it to? I will be happy. I might do a prop for this. Jalen Ramsey get 2 pick sixes. Jared Goff's gonna toss it right to him. Give me the Rams.
I'm gonna say I think Detroit's better than Houston. Any day of the week.
Yeah,
I don't care record wise. I think they're better.
You guys saw one man cry and you're on the Detroit bandwagon. I was never sold. They stink. I had them last week and I got played. Fuck them. They're my revenge team this week. Give me the Rams.
All right. Well, on to the next one. We have Houston and Arizona. The biggest spread of the week. Arizona favored by 17.
I'll start this one unless you want to.
You got it.
I'm taking.
Are you gonna do the same thing again right now?
No, I'm taking Arizona on this one.
You're taking Arizona. You can't say what you just said and take Arizona.
No, yes, we can because we
Oh my god.
No, we can because we said Detroit's better than Houston.
Yeah, Detroit hung in close with the Ravens, and the Ravens are the team we said is the #1 team in the AFC. They lost by a record-setting field goal, but I think Houston. I mean, they got beat by the Colts that bad last week. What are the Cardinals gonna do to them? Win fucking 63-3? Like, I just think the Cardinals' offense is too good right now, and the Houston's offense can't compete.
I mean, this is a double revenge game. You got J.J. Watt and D-Hop going against their old team.
That's why I think Cardinals will just
I won't even elaborate on it. Give me Arizona.
Yeah.
Kev?
What's the spread? 17.5.
17 flat.
Not a great number.
You know what? Fuck it. I don't think Cardinals won't cover, but the Cardinals will win. Close game.
What'd you say?
Said
It's gonna be
the Cardinals will win. It's gonna be a close game. They won't cover.
So you're taking Houston?
Davis Mills gonna come out there like 6 touchdowns. The card.
I hope Davis Mills proves me wrong.
I do too.
Fuck it. I'm picking the Texans.
For fantasy reasons, I hope he throws all 6 to Brandon Cooks. And I'll be
Let's hear it, Shawnee.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Arizona. Don't love it, but it's a show me league. Houston showed me they fucking suck, so Arizona.
Upset of the week.
And Arizona demolished Cleveland last week. That was kind of under the radar with the Ravens beating the shit out of the Chargers, but Arizona. The only reason the Browns were even close because of that Hail Mary at the end of the first half. I don't think they scored again after that. So good on Arizona for keeping it up, but I hope they keep it up this week.
Next game, Chicago at Tampa. Tampa favored 12.5. I'll start. I think Tampa's not a team to put the foot off the gas. I think they cover. I think this is a lopsided game. Last week was yeah. I'm not even gonna get into that. I think Tampa covers.
Tampa was in control last week as well. Like I said, it was a garbage time touchdown for Philly to cover the spread. I didn't think they were going to cover the spread, but they kind of got sloppy in the second half. But, yeah, for sure, Tom Brady's not going to take his foot off of anything, of anybody's throat. I mean, he should be in the MVP consideration. I think the primetime games are fucking people's brains up for all that stuff, but whatever. Different conversation. But yeah, Antonio Brown's been going off. Chris Godwin's still going off. Mike Evans is, I think he's a number 3 option right now, which is insane. Give me Tampa Bay. I don't think Chicago's offense can even come close to them.
Yeah, I'm taking Tampa Bay too. And I mean, Tom Brady, just recorded a video talking trash about Chicago, something like that. I didn't watch the
I was
video.
talking about Aaron Rodgers talking shit about
Yeah.
them.
I mean, we're strictly talking offensive here, like offenses. Is Chicago's offense really going to be able to keep up with Tampa Bay's? I
No.
mean, Tampa
No.
Bay,
Absolutely
yeah,
not.
no way. I mean, no matter how much you like Justin Fields, there's just no way. I think Tampa would just, yeah, I don't necessarily see them winning by like running away with it, but I think they'll win by 12. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, 13.
13. Yeah, at least 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Bucks on this one.
All right, so that's the consensus there. Everybody's taking the Bucks minus
Yeah,
12
we
and
just
a
all
half.
picked them, so now they're going to lose to the Bears.
All right.
Another interesting game that, based on what you've seen, can really go, either way because you've seen flashes from both. But we have Indianapolis Sunday night versus San Francisco. San Francisco favored -4.
I'll go
Sorry.
first.
Are you good?
Yeah, shut up, Ronnie. I believe Jimmy G will play this week. I believe San Francisco is not as good with Jimmy G. I believe the Colts are getting hot. I believe Jonathan Taylor is. He's unfortunately he's not going to come close to Derrick Henry, but Jonathan Taylor has been playing his brains out the last couple weeks. I think they run it down the throat. Carson Wentz has been playing out of his mind as well. This is a decent defense in San Francisco. Yeah, decent front seven. But I'm taking Indy in this one. I like Indianapolis to make that AFC South division interesting. So it starts here. Give me Indy.
Yeah,
Back off that. I'm gonna take Indy as well.
Fuck. I'm picking Indy.
Yeah, I'm picking Indy.
God.
This is the one we lose.
I
Yeah.
think it's gonna be a close game. But I think it's gonna be who gets the stop.
Yeah.
And but we're rolling with Indy, and then that leads us to our Monday night matchup this week. We have the New Orleans Saints at the Seattle Seahawks. Obviously Seattle's a tough place to play. Seattle is or not. It's not Seattle. New Orleans is favored to win by 4.5. With the injuries that Seattle has currently, I think I'm gonna tend to roll with Sean Payton and take the Saints -4.5.
So the Saints have looked good, looked bad, looked good. They've looked good, they look bad, they look good, they look bad, they look good. On a bye week, how do they look good or bad? I don't know. My Seahawks future needs this one. Gino didn't play terrible last week. Alex Collins played very well the second half against the Steelers. This is in Seattle, correct?
Yep.
I think. Fuck, dude. I mean, it's Jameis versus Gino. This is what everybody wanted to see.
If Russell plays this game, obviously the lines are different, and I'm taking Seattle.
Yeah. If Russell plays, I mean, I feel like Seattle's favored, but
That's what I'm saying. Lines change, but I'm just saying in general, like I just think that's the determining factor.
yeah, no, give me Seattle. They kept it close with Pittsburgh. I think that was 4.5 as well. They lost by 3. I think they lose by 3 again here.
I'm taking the Saints on this one, and that's strictly if Gino is starting quarterback because I like the
He didn't play bad last week
Yeah,
either.
yeah, he didn't. But I mean, if you take out the Saints offense, and you look at the Saints defense, I like Lattimore. He's gonna shut down either
DK.
Metcalf. Yeah, he's probably gonna cover Metcalf. He'll shut him down. Lockett. Yeah, depending on who he covers, I still think Lockett. Yeah, I think they'll be able to keep those wide receivers in check. Um, with Geno throwing the ball. Offensively, I mean, with Jameson, I mean Jameson's played decently, but they still have Kamara. He's played, it's Kamara. He's one of the top running backs in the league, in my opinion, especially receiving wise. Um, I know they're beat up at wide receiver. I don't know if any of them are coming back this week or not. If not, I know Callaway in the preseason had a good rapport with James Winston in the preseason.
I think
And
Michael Thomas is eligible to be back, but I don't
is
think he'll be back this week.
yeah.
He's eligible to get off the PUP list.
I still see. I don't know. I mean, I've seen so much of Geno in the past with the Jets. I know, like, he's played decently well in the past, week and then a quarter or whatever he played the week before. I just think Jameis is a better quarterback. I think the Saints defense will be able to keep Geno in check. I think the Saints.
Looked like Kev was agreeing with Sean taking the Seahawks.
Seahawks. Well, fantasy standpoint, which doesn't really matter anymore. But
Who cares?
yeah, who cares? Exactly, Seahawks.
All right. Well, that covers the weekly matchups and the spreads for this week. Obviously, the Browns the Broncos game's currently on.
Yeah, Ronnie, you're stupid. You are lucky. The Browns just got their field goal blocked. So
There we go. There's some fantasy points.
Fantasy's over.
Baseball, Dodgers took the lead. It's 3-2.
3-2.
Yeah, I think it's bottom of the third. They've got a runner on first and third with one out.
So they got plenty of game
But
left. So
they're down 3-1 in the series. So I know last year they did the same thing against the Braves, and they came back and won the series.
it won't happen again.
And you never know. I mean, I personally don't agree with starting relievers in the game. To me, you're just wearing out your bullpen in one game. I don't know.
It's do or die. So I mean,
It's do or die, but the Dodgers didn't they start Knebel or whatever
yeah,
it was?
yeah.
Like they keep doing it, and it makes no sense. Like they have good starters, like start them, like play them.
You think Houston seals the deal tomorrow?
Yes.
Mm,
In Houston, yes.
yeah, I mean they've got the whistles going. So.
You want to talk about that for a second?
They cheating over there, Houston. I personally think I don't know, because they have a whole change. I mean, they got Dusty Baker as manager now. The funny thing is, the Red Sox have the manager that was cheating for Houston. But the evidence, I know they said the Yankees came out in 2019 saying that they were whistling before pitches to signal at bats. And it is odd, all of a sudden, they start scoring all these runs, and now people are finding evidence again of them whistling. Whenever there's a strike, they whistle, or a fastball, they whistle once, and there's a breaking ball, they whistle twice. But that could be a coincidence. They're playing in Boston. There's fans whistling all the time and making noise. It's too hard to tell. But I mean, if you take that away, I mean, I haven't looked at who the starters are for the next game, but Houston is on a roll right now. It wouldn't surprise me if Boston won and they go to Game 7, but I still think Houston wins it.
Tomorrow it's Garcia and I can't say this guy's last name for the Red Sox. Eovaldi?
Evaldi.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
He's not bad. Yeah.
He's starting tomorrow, and Garcia for the Astros.
Good too. So I don't know. That'll be a close one.
Damn. Garcia's
And
ERA
the
is
Capitals beat the Devils 4-1.
There you go. I changed my entire outlook on that team. They're playing, Caps are playing 100% different than I thought they would. They're playing different than any Caps team I feel like I've ever seen.
Experience, man.
Mhm.
But anybody else have anything else to add before we wrap this up?
Yeah, not a good college slate.
Yep.
I'll put some picks out Saturday morning. Going to the number 2 Cincinnati at Navy on Saturday. So shout out me. I will sprinkle a little money on Navy money line. Triple option fucks everybody up. But then I'll throw the rest of my bank account on Cincinnati minus 27.5.
Ooh,
But
who do they play? That's a big spread.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati plays Navy.
Do they?
Yeah. I literally just said I'm going to the game.
I heard Navy and I didn't hear the Cincinnati for it.
It's not that many games to look out for this week.
Next week is a very good slate of games. I believe you have Michigan, Michigan State, and you have
Yep.
Penn State and Ohio State.
Yep.
Yeah, so college football is starting to heat up. Get excited. I'll tweet out my picks Saturday morning, like always. Pitt is a favorite against Clemson. Surprise, surprise. Everybody saw that one coming. So, anybody got anything else?
Good.
Nope.
All right. Thank you for joining us on our rocket ship to Mars. See you guys on Tuesday.
See you guys.
Yep. YouTube video will be up hopefully tomorrow. I don't know if I uploaded the last one or not.
Slack.
Mhm.